want to talk about straight away. Of course, if you haven't subscribed, and many of you think you've subscribed, by the way, please do check to see if you're subscribed to the channel. And if you are subscribed, do me a favor, please go there, do me a favor, go across to the notification bell, make sure you've clicked the notification to all, so you make sure you see all these videos, right? And of course, smash the like button as soon as you see the video, really appreciate it. So it's for YouTube and its algorithms. Two fights I want to talk about, of course, Tyson Fury versus Anthony Joshua and Usyk versus Dubois 2. So the first thing I want to say, as far as I'm concerned, me personally, no media outlets, no promoter, no inside information. As far as I'm concerned, reading the history of boxing, Tyson Fury versus Anthony Joshua is a done deal as far as I'm concerned. Here's my reasons why I believe the fight's a done deal. We heard that the fight would happen potentially summer 2025, right? But if you think about the sort of fights that are coming up, Eubank versus Ben, Whittaker versus Cameron 2, they're big fights coming up, right? So in my opinion, I think that they're waiting for the right moment to announce it, because the fight doesn't need a world tour. It doesn't need big promotion. Everyone knows who Anthony Joshua is. Everyone knows who Tyson Fury is. And let's be honest, both of the fighters are in the twilights of their career. Both of the guys are coming off defeats. Tyson Fury is coming off back-to-back defeats to Alexander Usyk. Joshua's been sensationally knocked out by Dubois. So they don't have the same pulling power around the world. But in Britain, Tyson Fury versus Anthony Joshua is to decide who the best in the British heavyweights are. But that's not actually true, because Dubois has already beaten Joshua. Hello from Colombia. Dubois has already beaten Joshua. So there's only Dubois and Tyson Fury to fight. So let's think this out. I don't think they're going to announce the fight until after Ben Eubank, right? I think it's a summer fight. I think it might be the back end of the summer, because you've got July 12th now with Usyk and Dubois. So maybe the back end of the summer, maybe. Stadium fight, you know, something like that. I'm thinking. Tyson's back in the gym training, Joshua's training, you know, so that's the way I see it, and it's a retirement fight for both fighters. However, I think Tyson's got the option to retire. I don't think Joshua has. I think Joshua will continue being wheeled out regardless. If he wins, he loses. A two-fight deal, that doesn't really bother me. I'm not interested in a two-fight deal. One-fight deal for me. Let them two fight it out. They're not at the peak of their powers anymore. They've both been beaten by a blown-up, gappy-tooth cruiserweight or light heavyweight, blown-up middleweight, whatever. They both got beaten up by a foreigner, according to Tyson Fury. So, really, if you listen to Tyson Fury, he wasn't any good anyway. That's what Tyson Fury said. And Joshua got beat up by a middleweight. So really and truly, it's what it is. I don't have much interest in the fight, to be honest, because we all know who numero uno heavyweight is, Alexander Usyk. But anyway, between the two of them, they both thought they could be bigger and stronger, and between the both of them, neither of them had a brain cell in between them to think that because they were bigger, they were going to be better. Tyson Fury fought him the first time round. I thought, you know what, let me get bigger, I'm going to try and bully him out of the fight. That didn't work. Joshua tried to box him the first fight. And clearly he's not a better boxer than Usyk. And then the second fight, he went to fight him. He thought, right, you know what, let me put some weight on, or let me try and bully Usyk this time round. So both of them didn't have a clue how to beat Usyk, to be honest. Let's be brutally honest here. And unfortunately, that brutal honesty is not appreciated in boxing, but it is what it is. I'm not saying I would beat Usyk. My point is, the interest in that fight is just because even if Joshua beats Fury, where does that leave us? Dubois beat Joshua, knocked him out. So what do we want to see from this fight? If Fury chins Joshua, well, Usyk chinned Fury twice. So I mean, beat Fury twice. So where are we going with this fight? You know, it's not for belts. It's for the pride of Britain. You know, I'm not gonna lie. A fight like that should be for the British heavyweight title. I just don't have that much interest in the fight. Now, I don't. That's just being honest with you. Right side. Second thing, I said to you all before, and people said to me, maybe I'm talking rubbish and stuff. I said, Dubois pulled out that fight with Parker because it was not a good look for Dubois to get beat by Parker. Why would you put yourself in a position to get beat by Parker and lose the possibility of becoming undisputed heavyweight champion of the world? And even if you don't become undisputed heavyweight champion of the world, you know what you do? You at least make a lot of money fighting for undisputed. And the narrative for this fight is, well, he got him with a body shot. He hit him with a body shot. So if he can hit Usyk with that body shot again, he can drop Usyk again, he should be heavyweight champion of the world. That is what the narrative will be for this fight. Oh, if you can land that body shot. Oh, if you could land that body shot. Let's remember how Usyk stopped Dubois. Usyk got up, got mad, and put a punch combination together and dropped him with a jab and then finished him off. So we know I know, and I've said to people, at any point in this time, Usyk can put a combination together and stop Dubois in his tracks. And that is, so we've got a better Dubois now, or we've been told we've got a better Dubois. He's more determined, he's more focused, he's more dedicated, or but what would have been a sign for me would have him go and walk straight through Parker. If you look straight through Parker, I would have been more confident in him going into that second fight with Usyk. But the fact that the possibility that he didn't really fancy the Parker fight, one, and two, it was too much of a risk because there was an Usyk fight round the corner, makes me feel that Dubois and his team pulled out of the fight against Parker because I think, you know what, either Dubois wasn't mentally ready for the fight. He was choking on the fact that Parker was coming for him. He may not believed he could beat Parker. He may have seen something in Parker's demeanor that he thought, no, I don't want any of this, and I don't want to lose my crown to Parker when I could get a rematch with Usyk. So they must have smelt Warren, and they must have said, hey, you know what? There's an Usyk fight around the corner. We could take the Usyk fight, pull out of this fight for medical reasons, and let's take the Usyk fight. I mean, if somebody's going to tell me that is impossible of happening, then fine. But that's the way I sort of see things. Yeah. So those are my thoughts on those two fights. I think I heard a story not too long ago that Tyson Fury versus Joshua was a done deal. And I would believe that based on the fact of Tyson's U-turn and his retirement plans and his unretirement plans. Tyson takes the only time I believe Tyson will retire, and I'm convinced he's retired, as if he's been knocked out, stone cold, knocked out clean. That way, I think that's how he retire. One of them ones. But when you kind of go into retirement and it's like retire 1 month and you come back the next month, or retire 1 month and you come back the next month, not really interested in that. Not really. You know, I've seen Tyson Fury enough now, and know how Tyson Fury is. So let's see. Funnily enough, I've always believed that Anthony Joshua would knock Tyson Fury out. In all of this madness, I've always believed that Joshua would knock Tyson Fury out. I don't know. And I've always seen it as Joshua stepping forward, using the jab, and the same way he knocked over Helenius with that jab right hand over the top is the same way I think he'd catch Tyson Fury. I've always seen that fight like that. In all that, I thought, you know what, in all that goes on all the things Tyson Fury does, and Joshua still come around and knock him out. even though he got beat by Ruiz, even though he's got smashed by Dubois, I've just got this sneaky feeling that there's a fight left in Joshua, and that will be the fight, and it'll shock a lot of people. I won't be shocked. I won't be surprised. You know. And again, the thing is, how much does Tyson Fury want it anymore? Joshua got knocked out in front of how many people against Dubois? It was an embarrassing performance. And he might want to redeem it. He's got more reasons to redeem himself than Tyson has. Tyson got beat by the best heavyweight in the world. He may feel he got robbed in 2 fights. And he's enough to say, I'm fed up of boxing. But with Dubois, with Joshua, you know, I think he'll do better against a taller opponent than he would a shorter opponent. I've always believed that Joshua's better with big men. Although Dubois was a big man, but he comes straight at you and attacks you. And that's why Joshua would struggle and get beat by Dubois. But Fury's different. He fights at a slower pace. Fury's not going to come out first round and charge at Joshua. No, he's not that kind of man. So he's more likely to stay there and box. And I think Joshua may have the strength to manoeuvre him around the ring, the physical presence to push Fury around the ring. I could be wrong. You know, stars make fights. So anyway, let's just wait and see. My initial thoughts about Usyk versus Dubois 2. I still think you can't beat ring IQ. I know how much power and how much experience Dubois got now. You can't beat that boxing IQ. But I would like to see Usyk retire sooner rather than later. I want to see him retire. So with the undisputed fight, it's the last fight with Dubois. If he can do that, then fine. But I think even if Joshua got beat by Tyson Fury, they'll wheel him out again for something. I'm sure. Yeah. Right, those are my thoughts. Let me know your thoughts in the comment section. This has been BWTM Sports Gaming. I'm out. Thanks for watching.